Hey ladies. This is for the ladies. Only for the ladies. This is for you, and especially for you. I think I'm saying it right. The Usher song. What was I gonna say? I heard a little clip of this lady talking about how when you work in I work in a mixed environment. Like when I say mixed, I mean it's male and female. So I don't know the ratio, but it's probably more males than there is females. Oh, so in professional facility, suit and tie, casual dress type of environment. In some areas closer to some areas require you to wear more suit and tie type of thing, skirt and button up. I'm saying it right, button up. I'm confused. Button down shirts and stuff like that, okay? But she did say and then for the ladies who are cool with guys, like they have a lot of, they have a number, not a whole bunch, but you just have a number of guy friends, right? And they are strictly friends. There's nothing going on there, okay? Y'all are friends because you are dating other guys. These guys are just your friends. That's it. You're their friend. They're your so-called friend, right? Because we ain't gonna go there right now. But anyways, if you look nice enough, your guy friends might be waiting to get with you, right? That's the whole thing. So we're not gonna go there right now. But because that'll be another subject on can men and women really be friends. Okay. Anyways, so she was saying that she always preaches, women get it together, take care of yourself, have your look together and all that stuff, because you have to look good for yourself, and then when you do what you do for yourself, and then if you're trying to attract a man, because I'm not speaking on the same sex situations, because I don't really know a lot about that, but somebody else said there are other people online that do, and they can talk to you about that. Shout out to y'all if y'all into that, cool, whatever, but to the ones that are, more so, men into women, women into men, that's who I'm speaking to right now. And this may apply to those relationships. I'm not sure. Y'all can tell me. But so, just from my experience, and then from her saying what she said, I really agree, because I've experienced it, y'all. So, like, if you're cool with a lot of guys that work, and y'all just how you have that what did they used to call it? We don't have a water cooler anymore. Well, we do. Some people do have them, but you have to, like, the group have to pay for their own and keep it up with the deliveries and stuff like that. So we don't have a water cooler like we used to. But so she was saying that y'all, the women, you can think that you look good, that you look nice, all this stuff, but then meanwhile there are men talking behind your back, just saying what they think. They can say that you're not attractive, but it could be the face, or it could be they gonna say that stuff good. You know what I'm talking about? That's what they just want to hit, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So y'all, you got to work on yourself, because personally I've heard it myself, honey. Like these, and I'm not judging the men for doing whatever they do. Men will do boyish stuff. Some men, they'll act boyish at times. That's just what they do. Just like when some women get together, they'll act girlish. Girlish sometimes, I guess. Talking about guys, and not saying dogging them out, but just talking. Yeah, some women, they dogging a guy out. So, same thing with men. Some men dogging them out, or some men just, saying what they say about a person's looks, and same thing with women, right? So, y'all, please do do yourself a favor so you can be treated a lot better. It doesn't matter if you got a nice looking husband or whoever you got a husband. Don't feel like you're better than other people because you have a husband, because your husband might think you're unattractive while meanwhile he's at work flirting with other women that are all dressed up looking nice. I'm just saying. Okay? Because you don't give him anything to, I don't want to say fear, anything to be concerned about. He's not concerned about you. He has no concern that you will ever leave. I'm not saying that women just out here, like, if they look nice and got their stuff together, they're planning on leaving you. That's not what I'm saying, because a lot of women, they do want good relationships, so it's not about that. But what I'm saying is, if your guy is doing wrong or just out here, or maybe he's taking advantage of you, you literally could be, let's say you look nice in the beginning, right? It could be you could be one of those rare guys that really like you for you, and you was looking toe up from the beginning, and he said, you know what, this woman, she looks beautiful to me because of the person that she is on the inside. He's not worried about those looks. That is rare. I ain't met a man yet. Maybe I have met one. I'm trying to think, but I don't think I have. But I personally, I don't think I have met a man yet that said, I don't care about how no woman look. I'll be with her. I did have a guy friend, a guy I was cool with. And the reason why I say cool, I changed it, because he put it like that, he has my back if I need him to have my back. Those guy friends, they'll have your back and stuff like that. But as far as, like, most of, if they think you look nice, it's like they're gonna bring up at some point, either it started off to where when y'all met, it was like, hey, they're trying to holler, or, dating you, and then, I'd let them know early on if I was feeling it or not. I'm just like, hey, I like you as a person, but I'm not sure if we are actually meshing up together. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to waste your time, this and that. But we had great conversation and all that stuff, and they're like, you know what? This is what they said now. Whether it's true, but some of them just let me know, like, hey, even after that, they'll, come on, man. You think them guys won't still try to get some if I let them? Come on, man. If they think you're attractive, and they told you that from the beginning, some of them did, and some of them we met in certain environments where it wasn't appropriate to say whatever. And they were, all these men were very respectful to me. And, we just, men need women. They don't, it's like we need each other. It's like we need each other, but we don't have to have each other. But it would be really nice if we had each other, because we can be there for y'all, to help y'all emotionally, and y'all can be there to help us physically. We can be there for each other emotionally. But hold on, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Getting this money for my son's birthday this week, just so I'll be ready. Sometimes my favorite thing to give is cash. So just give money for gifts, because I give him so much, though. I'm paying for this birthday party, honey. But anyway, so yeah, we can be there for each other, just in different ways, right? And women are really good at the emotional stuff, right? And sometimes we might need somebody to hold us and, like, console us at times. That would be great. But as far as y'all, men being able to talk it out, and somebody being patient and listening to you, a good woman, good friend, a woman, she'll be able to listen to you, okay? And all that stuff, and respect you in a different way than most masculine type men do, even though they can listen and stuff, but they just don't, we all got our innate skills, okay? And what else was I gonna say? Oh, so yeah, so just keep in mind, y'all, because I'm telling you, okay, I had a friend, he wanted to, like I said, this guy I was cool with, right? I'm still cool with, right? He was like, he said, man, he wanted a relationship, right? He really wants a relationship, but he just, was trying to be careful because he kept meeting crazy women and stuff that were like, would come in and act crazy. Like, for some reason, he was attracting real crazy women. Probably because he was acting crazy somewhere in his life, right? But, anyways, kept attracting all these crazy women. So he was like, I'm just gonna, start over. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna be celibate. They didn't say celibate, but they don't usually say it. But, my son looking at me. Oh, yeah, but, he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna not, I'm just gonna just chill out, be to myself, just work and, go home or whatever, right? So he said to me, he said, man, he said, you know what, at this point, he said, I'll get me an ugly woman. He said, I'll get me an ugly woman. And it's not the first time I kind of heard something similar to this. He said, I'll get me an ugly woman. And so, because he also had been dealing with women cheating on him a lot. That has nothing to do with your woman being pretty. Just because you got a pretty woman does not mean she's going to cheat on you. There are a lot of women that don't cheat. And if you believe that, that's fine. Just be single, I guess. Or be paranoid the whole time in your relationship. Like, literally, most women don't even want to kiss a whole bunch of men. Like, that's disgusting to most of us. Like, it's really nasty. Come on. Anyways, y'all, yeah, he said he'll get him an ugly woman. And he was saying, because I said, why would you want to get an ugly woman? He said, because I know that the ugly woman's going to treat me good. She ain't going to, if she cheat, then I'll be surprised, but I won't even care. And she probably can't hardly get nobody, all these things. And I'm like, man, that kind of messed up, but think about it, y'all. If he got with the woman, he probably would be telling her and gassing her up, taking her places and stuff, and then everybody would be saying, oh my God, you know how the old men in your family, they'd be like, nephew, man, I don't know about that one. She kind of tough looking there, nephew. What you doing? You doing something different here? And then he might tell him, the uncle, hey, I got me an ugly woman because I got tired of all these women cheating on me and doing me wrong and acting crazy and stuff, all the pretty ones. So think about it, y'all. Instead of him working on doing something different and opening his mind, working on himself and attracting more decent women, he was thinking about taking the easy way out and get with an ugly chick, which I don't know what he's been doing lately, because he might have got him an ugly one, child, because he said he dealt with a semi-ugly, he called semi-ugly chick before. And she had a great personality, all these things. And she treated him so good. She would cook for him and do all these things. And I'm not saying a pretty woman won't either, but, you might have to put a little effort in for a pretty woman. Now, there are some pretty women out there, they'll do all that stuff that what you consider an ugly woman do, okay? Because they might be super desperate. But if you pour into a good woman, she'll pour into you, okay? But going back to, honey, you don't know. You should know if you are the ugly woman or not. And I'm not saying I'm saying like deemed as the ugly woman. Everybody, according to beauty standards, you may not be that. And that's okay. Come up. Just be as beautiful as you can where you are with what you got. Try to get your skin together if you can. If you can't right now, cool. Be the best smelling person that you can be. And if there's something going on with you health-wise where you can't smell good, see what you can do. Maybe you need to stop eating meat for a while. I eat meat, but some people, they just need to straight detox. They need to just do a straight, maybe a fruit and vegetable diet for a while to cleanse their stuff out, because there's no telling how toxic one of their organs is. I don't know. And maybe it's not flushing out something correctly, so it makes them smell really bad. Like on a regular basis. Like, you shouldn't be stinky all the time. Like, yeah, you've been exercising and sweating and getting all funky and stuff, and after a while, you're gonna smell up a little bit, So, but other than that, you shouldn't be stinky that much. So, if you got halitosis, whatever, you need to go to the dentist. You need to figure it out. See what you can do, okay? There's things that you can do to make yourself look, smell better, all these things, right? To make yourself look better. But I want y'all to know that I don't want y'all to think, look at it. Don't look at just that one man telling you, baby, you so fine, you look good, baby. Oh, you got it going on, this and that, this and that, this and that. Whatever, you bad, baby, this and that, right? They could literally be lying to you because they don't want to hurt your feelings, because that'll run you away if they're calling you ugly for the most part, unless you're used to that type of abuse, which I hope you're not, baby. That's not cool. I don't care how you look. You can find a man that will love you, girl. Okay? That's not cool. Okay? What was I gonna say? Oh, you'll know if you're deemed, and that doesn't mean that you are an ugly person or nothing like that. Just, according to certain beauty standards, you're just not within the range. Like, it's close to that beauty standard that you might see in that area. Feel like that. Like, for example, if you're in the United States, there's a certain beauty standard, right? For each and every shade. It doesn't matter, right? You see it all the time on TV, right? And you'll see who they make the more or less attractive person. And also, I kind of like don't want to go there with that, but yeah, that's a clue, right? But because there's some people that don't really look that attractive to the average person that I know on TV, but because, they're in the limelight, they're on the screen, and they're actors, they just make them have that role, and they're like, hey, you're going to be the pretty girl, or you're going to be a nice looking guy, or you're going to be the best looking guy in the world, or something like that. They just choose the person, and that's what it is, right? Like, for example, Michael B. Jordan. I think Michael B. Jordan is very handsome, but the finest dude in the world, like, he's younger, so I don't want to judge him in that way, but I'm like, there's some, I would say he, nothing bad. I think he's very handsome. I think a lot of women do, but he's cute. He's cute like a little boy. That kind of cute, like a little boy with a grown man's body. To me. And he just has a cute little smile. He got dimples. And that makes him kind of cute. But he's not ugly at all. Unattractive at all. But the most handsome guy, there are some fine black men, okay, out there in real life. And they can give Michael B. Jordan a run for his money on the looks. But it's cool, I'm happy for Michael B, man. He's handsome. But anyways, you see what I'm saying, y'all? So, like, okay, in your everyday life, who is getting the most attention? And I'm talking about, we got full clothes on. If out of all the women, let's say it's a bunch of women, you're out. Ooh. I want to say you out with your friends, but I don't want to say that, because it could be the whole crew is not cute. And then it could be that people or men are drinking and they just trying to find somebody to go home with. Okay? So you don't want to go there with that. But, like, let's say you're at a festival. Let's say you're at concerts, which, depending on what the concert is. There might be coupled up, so it could be a rap concert. I hate to say a rap concert. Or neo soul. I'm just thinking of something that will have, like, neutral, like, have more single, less coupled up people together. Then, are you getting attention? Like, when you go to work, men turn their heads. Oh, Sometimes when you're driving, there's a man looking in your car. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you get cat calls sometimes? It's rare that you get cat calls these days, but sometimes you get them. But anybody get a cat call. Um, like I said, are older women saying, "Oh, you look nice today. Oh, you look beautiful. This and that. Your hair, da da da, all this stuff. You look so pretty today." Are you getting that from kids, teenagers, all that stuff like that? If you don't ever get that you're pretty from a teenager, a little girl. It's rare that little boys say that, but they'll like act really shy around you maybe and get quiet and be looking like, all bashfully and just be staring like, "Oh, she's so pretty." And then sometimes they might whisper to their mom and say, "Mommy, she's pretty." And then the mom might say, "Hey, my son said you're pretty." But if you're not getting these things in life, then these compliments in life or remarks in life regarding your looks, I'm not saying you're ugly, but maybe you're not looking as beautiful as you can be. So let's do better, y'all. And then also I want to keep this in mind. Everybody is not going to look a certain way without altering their look, okay? Or look cute, quote unquote, unless they were to. I don't want to say nothing about surgery because I don't want people to just go out here and get all the different facial surgeries. I'm not against that with some stuff, but it's, kind of getting out of hand with the young girls. I get it. With the Botox at the early age and stuff, I'm not really cool with it. And I get now if you got a deformity or something like that, something that makes you look a little different because of the way you were born, and you're still beautiful. But if you don't really care for that and it bothers you, or it's giving you some kind of lifestyle issues, and if you go get, surgery or something like that, just be safe. Do your research on the surgeon. Make sure they're board certified and all this stuff like that in the facility. It has a high grade and all that stuff like that. And it's okay, y'all. It's okay. You're still beautiful. And just be safe, okay? Take somebody with you that loves and cares about you, who can see about you after care, okay? And do thorough research on everything, okay? Yeah, just be the best. Just try to do the best that you can, what you can. I don't care how you look. If you have good hygiene and everything, you got to get that hair done, or you got to do something with that hair, and just be pretty, as pretty as you can. And with that being said, you're being neat and kind, and you can have your own personality. Smile some, all that, right? Be welcoming. Be a little inviting. A little. I said, don't be too inviting, but just be a little bit inviting. As long as you're in safe spaces, okay? If you've done all that and somebody still thinks you're unattractive, and they're watch them. And I'm gonna have to look at something. I'm gonna have to do some research and see like what are ways that to tell if a man thinks you are unattractive, because I know I hear men say all kind of stuff about women, other women, and I hear them talking about me behind my back. But usually when I hear them, if I'm walking by and I hear men talk about me, they're gonna say, "Oh man, she looks good," da da da, all this stuff like that. That's what I'm hearing, okay? At least that's what I hear. So, what do you hear? Are you not getting nobody saying nothing about you? Because, if you care, you care. If not, it's cool. But yeah, y'all like, comment, subscribe. I can't think of nothing else to say. Just do better for you. And Number one, don't let anybody disrespect. If you're not a disrespectful person, don't let nobody disrespect you. No man or woman. Okay? Stand up for yourself. But you need to look respectful. You need to look like somebody that deserves respect. You shouldn't have to, but it's just how it is. Like, people are, how can I say this? I'm the type of person, I was raised to respect people regardless of how they look. A person out on the street, sleeping out on the street, I'm going to respect them. Just like I would somebody at my job in leadership. I'm going to respect them just the same because they are a person and they deserve respect just like anybody else. I don't know them personally. They don't know me personally. I want respect, so I give respect. So if you want respect, you got to at least stand up for yourself. You have to respect yourself. I just know that people don't accept you for just exactly how you are. We're not in that type of environment. I'm not in that type of environment. I can't speak for y'all. Maybe you are in a type of environment where people won't accept you for just how you look. They're going to be like, hey, they ain't worried about if you beautiful, unattractive. They don't care. Big, small, tall, short, super tall, in between, whatever. They don't care how you look. Like, that is not the society that I live in, unfortunately. So I want y'all to look beautiful and take care of yourself so you can command respect. All right? Like, comment, and subscribe.